Hey, you lucky people, my name is Sean, and this is Sean's Stocks. Before we get started, I just want to say that I'm not a financial advisor, so please use your own judgment and do your own due diligence on anything that I talk about today. Today, we're going to again continue talking about the underdog, the lucky stock, the one and only Clove, C-L-O-V. This is going to be my 9th video that I made on Clove. If you want to binge watch those, there is a link in the description below to a playlist. If you appreciate my following on Clove and want to get this video out to more people and help spread the word about Clove's momentum, please like this video, share with a friend or community, and subscribe. I really want to get to 500 subscribers soon, and the more likes, comments, and subscribes, the more the YouTube algorithm is likely to say, hey, I will push this video out to more people and get this Clove momentum going. So with that being said, let's get started with the news on the stock for the day. The first one is that Clove was moved off the Russell 3000. I wanted to give this update as I mentioned that it is a good catalyst in a previous video and want to make sure that I'm giving good information to my subscribers. I actually was surprised when it initially was added and kind of surprised in a way that it was removed. The reason why it was removed was because in order to be considered for index inclusion, companies assigned a developed market nationality are required to have a greater than 5% of the company's voting rights in the hands of unrestricted free float shareholders as defined by FTSE Russell. Since this was not met, it was removed. And I'll show you that real quick. So looking at their website, if you go down to index resources, hit access, then it's going to bring you to this page. You hit index announcements right here, and then you scroll down to Russell's US Index Series membership correction, and boom, right there, that first one, Clove, will be deleted from the Russell 3000 due to voting rights. There's also some additions and deletions and stuff like that right there as well for other stocks. So I also have a direct link to this in the description below if you want to do that instead of going through their website. So yeah, so that is some news about Russell 3000. Next, we have some good news. So the Fintel.io founder discussed Clove short squeeze potential. They released a video on it, and according to the video, Wilton Reisenhover, the founder of Fintel.io, talks about how Clove is number 6 for short squeeze score. The short squeeze score that they give right now is 97.25 out of 100. It's actually very close to the other ones, less than like 1% away or so from the other stocks that are above it. He does give a breakdown of everything on their website regarding Clove, and it's pretty good information. He did mention that they calculate days to cover for the shorts, and on June 10th, it was 0.13, so there was a lot of volume that day to cover with. But if the volume decreases soon, the days to cover will increase. So you're saying, why is that important to know? Well, this happened with GameStop, where the volume was really high and on low days to cover amount, just like right now with Clove. Then the volume trailed off and the days to cover skyrocketed. And then after that, we saw a squeeze. So it's definitely a good video to watch, and I have it in the description below. So we're going to next go to Twitter. So on Twitter, we have our great person, Eeyore. Right, he is the managing director of predictive analysis at S3 Partners LLC, financial and analytics firm. And right here, you can see one of his tweets says the squeeze score for AMC, GME, and Clove is at 100 out of 100. They recently changed the metric, and that was at 5:38 p.m. on June 10th, 2020. So that is really good news, and we are still cooking here. This is going to be great. So for the last update, the last news that I have for the day is for the last 2 days, the short sale restriction, SSR, has been triggered as the stock went down at least 10% during the day. This means that they cannot short during the downtick. However, shorts can always short on the way up. So please keep that in mind. Now we're going to look at the stocks for the last 2 days. As we can see here, we're kind of in the pre-market on Friday, June 11th. So we're going to scroll back a little bit and check out, let's see here. Yeah, we're going to check out Wednesday. So on Wednesday, as we all know, the stock went all the way up to $28.85 at the high. That was freaking crazy. So as the day progressed, we saw huge red candles going down and down and down and down. And then right around 12 o'clock, we saw a little bit of an uptick there. However, as the day progressed, we do see that the VWAP, that we were underneath the VWAP the entire time. So we do know that it was a bearish day. Okay. And so after that uptick in the afternoon around 12 to like 1, we did see a continuous going down, not as much as the candlesticks were not as high at the beginning of the day in the afternoon though. So that is some good news in the way. And as it went down, it ended off the day at, let's see here, right around $16.32. $16.88, somewhere around there. Okay. And so as we saw in the aftermarket and in the after hours and in the pre-market, we did see actually the stock pull back up, right? And so we are going down to Thursday. And on Thursday, we went from Wednesday, we ended at 1688, 1685, somewhere around there. And on Thursday, we started off the day at $18.10. So actually, it's kind of an interesting play because we go up in the after hours and the pre-market there. And on Thursday, we did see, again, those large candlesticks, and we did see a bearish day with the VWAP. For being under the VWAP, we saw 1, 2, 3, 4 big red candlesticks. And then kind of like the previous day, we had a little bit of an uptick, and then we saw it trail off down here. Okay, the lowest point of the day was at $13.91. At the tail end of the day, we did see it, in my opinion, consolidate a little bit around the $13, $14 price point, and it did end off the day right around $14.39. Again, the interesting part is in the after hours and in the pre-market right now, we do see this stock increasing, right? So again, that is a fun play if you're interested in doing that as a day trader or whatnot. So a lot of momentum, a lot of downturn with the stock going on right now. We did see a pretty big high there, and you're kind of wondering, is the volume increasing? Is it decreasing? And how is that going to affect it? As we noted by the videos today from the Fintel.io, low volume in this situation could be a good idea, right? If the volume decreases, then the days to cover increase. And that's what caused GameStop to actually have that squeeze. So maybe we'll continue to see volume decreasing as it tries to find that price point that, balances itself out, right? Where there's not a lot of movement and it just smooths out. It trails off, right? So we will see what Friday has in store for us. As with other stocks that have squeezed, patience is key as momentum needs to build. We are still on the uptrend and the bullish for the entire week though. So keep that in mind. But we did see a huge spike there on Tuesday and it did fall back since then. The question is, where is it going to level off at? Where is it going to level off at, or is it going to continue going down? That's going to be what we're going to see today on Friday. And so let's check it out. Let's see what happens for the day. And again, check out my other videos in the playlist on Clove in the description. And if you like this content and want me to continue following Clove this closely, hit the like button, subscribe, and have a great trading day, you lucky people. Take care. Bye-bye.